All right, so with their third, fourth round draft pick, the Minnesota Vikings selected Janarious Robinson out of Florida State. He is an edge rusher with a great many roles. Now, I think he looks way more athletic than he tested when you actually watch him. He's super long, he plays with heavy hands, and he's actually built really well at 6'5", 266. I know Patrick Jones was listed in a similar height weight kind of category, but he was built a little bit leaner. This one's more stocky, has a lot more power, and it's has some really enticing flashes that are really fun to watch. Because he has length, flexibility. He has some rush variety to him, and he has a lot of effort to go along with his heavy hands. So when you pair all of that kind of stuff with a good get off, you get some exciting things every once in a while. He was a pretty highly touted recruit coming out of high school, but Florida State couldn't develop him. It was one of those kind of stories. And so you just kind of saw it sparingly. So, but what he did kind of become was he was really good against the run because he was able to kind of process things pretty quickly in the run game and tell where things were going in that sense, and just kind of knowing how to read his keys and, well, be able to find the football. And to go along with all the physical skills he has, that made him really good there. And obviously, those skills can be developed further. Now, Florida State, they moved him out like a lot. They moved him around a lot. There were even times where he would essentially be playing like off-ball linebacker in coverage, and he didn't even look uncomfortable. He ran a 4.72 at his pro day, but I think he's much more athletic than that. Just my own personal opinion. And he also kind of got some blocked kicks on special teams. So this is yet another player that they're taking on day 3 that, well, special teams is a thing with this one. Shocker? Not really. And I do think this is a great spot for Robinson. I don't know if that's biased or not, but giving him to Andre Patterson and Mike Zimmer is one of the best things for this kid because this is what they do. They take edge rushers and they kind of mold them into something. Odenigbo, I know some might even tout him as kind of like a failed experiment, but he was a good rotational pass rusher for Minnesota, and he was a 7th round pick that was kind of on and off practice squads for a little bit. They transformed Everson Griffin. He was a 4th round pick. Danielle Hunter, obviously, he's one of the better edge rushers in the entire league now. He was a 3rd round pick that was really raw. They kind of took Brian Robison's game to another level as well, and that was another 4th round pick. So they kind of have a thing for taking these longer, athletic, rangy guys and just turning them into things in this 3rd, 4th round range. Wanham last year they took, so jury's still out on him. Stephen Weatherly was another guy they took in the 7th round that's kind of carved out roles for himself across the league, I guess, now with Carolina and the Vikings. But so I think this is actually just a really good spot because if there's anywhere that might be able to develop these tools, this might be the place. And Minnesota, just going by their actual, roster here, if they so wish, can have a free-for-all at the right defensive end spot between Stephen Weatherly, DJ Wanham, Patrick Jones, and now Robinson. So you could have a free-for-all for essentially the main claim and the stake for that right defensive end spot opposite Danielle Hunter, but it's likely to be some odd variant of a rotation. Now, I do really like this pick because I think it has a lot of potential and how he's already good against the run. I think it gives him a high floor. And the fact that he basically can back up most things in the front 7 potentially. That's nice. And I do think this complements the Patrick Jones pick pretty well because where Patrick Jones certainly leans more to the edge rushing side, like just pass rushing as a more pure pass rusher, Robinson is closer to He's thicker. He's going to be able to stand up against the run. So you complement well there from the third and fourth round. So it's kind of nice. Yeah, I really like this pick though because I think this one has a chance to be really good because those flashes, when you see them, they are scary. But I would like to know your guys' comments down below in the comment section. Like and subscribing, super helpful. And until next time, I bid you all adieu.